Hey, this is Simon from the Bracketeer back at South OC Cars and Coffee, and I'm with Gary, who owns our car of the week. What is it, Gary?
It's a 1947 Hudson.
It is so cool. It's actually a pickup, or as I would say, being an Australian, it's a ute. Let's swing the camera around and have a look. So, Gary, you've had this car around a while. You brought this to our first iteration of Cars and Coffee when we used to do it at Target, and it just caught the eye of everybody there. It's so unusual. How many of them are there?
Not many.
No.
It's pretty rare.
There's this one and one other, I think, that I remember seeing at Cars and Coffee, and that's kind of it that I've ever seen.
Yeah, they're rare. It's actually the precursor to the El Camino and the Ranchero in that it started life as a Commodore four-door, and then they just chopped it right at the door, the front doors, and then put a pickup bed to it. So
which is interesting, because I don't know if you know the story behind it, but in Australia we call them utes, which is where they all came from. The story was that the wife of a farmer was speaking to a Ford executive, and she said, I want something that we can go to church to on Sunday and take the pigs to market on Tuesday. And that's how the idea of cutting the back off the
I did not
sedan.
know that.
So that's how that we call them utes. Obviously they're called El Caminos or Rancheros or pickups, but that's where it all began. How long have you owned this particular vehicle, Gary?
About 2.5 years.
Excellent. And did you buy it like it is here, or did you do work to it?
I did a little bit of work to it, but just carburation and brakes, front end, just to make it safe. And I put in the truck bed.
Right. Okay. So that's beautiful.
Yeah.
So the interior, if you looked at the sedan of the time, this would have the same interior as the sedan, because of course it was the sedan that was cut down. And what engine are these running in?
It's a Super 6, it's a flathead 6.
Okay, that's very cool. And how much horsepower do you know?
102.
102. It's actually, you know what? It's not bad for an engine of that era, which is kind of cool. I mean, it's got so much presence and style. What was it that drew you towards wanting to buy this particular vehicle?
Actually, I had gotten bored with work on a Friday and called a buddy, because I'd never been to an auto auction. I said, they've got one going on up in Anaheim, let's go to it. So we got up, had a couple of beers, and I saw it come across the floor, and that was it.
That's why they serve beer at the auto auction.
I know.
But you know what? Look at what you ended up with. It could have ended up a heck of a lot worse.
Yeah.
You could have come home with an Edsel.
I've got no buyer's remorse.
No, I don't think you should have buyer's remorse. Do you know where it started its life? Do you know anything about the history of the vehicle or not?
Yeah, I had read that it was up in Idaho, and that's all I know about it.
Potato carrier.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it would have been. So what a great looking vehicle. I mean, everything about this thing is, the length of the hood is just so cool.
It drives very nicely as
Does
well.
it? Yeah, that's just wonderful. And it's I didn't even look, is it a column shifter?
Yeah, it's
3 on the tree.
Hudson was
that's
innovator in that regard.
Yeah, look at that. That's very cool. Well, Gary, because you brought this beautiful Hudson along to our event and you are Car of the Week, you win yourself one of these really great Meguiar's Complete Care kits, which includes the polishing sponge, cleaner wax, scratch remover, car wash, glass cleaner, interior detailer, and hot shine foam for your tyres, so you can keep this pristine Hudson in the condition that it is. So congratulations, mate.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you so much for bringing it out today.
Right on.